Because I did do a quick test play of the first area of it, just to make sure I had everything in good order, though I can see that the audio is still a little high. So we're going to go ahead and bump all of that down a step. And that should end up being otherwise okay. We'll see how that ends up being. It shouldn't end up being loud for anybody. Let's go start a cult, shall we? Praise the Lamb, conduit to great power, promised liberator of the one who waits below. Yet sacrificial beast, take heed, for a crown cannot sit upon two brows. Well, can't say this is an unfamiliar situation to find myself in, surrounded by angry, hooded people with knives. Get a load of these four freaks. Before us stands the last of its kind. All others we have hunted down and put to the blade. With this final sacrifice, the prophecy will be impossible to fulfill. The heretic lies bound below will be condemned to eternal captivity. And the old faith shall be preserved. Oh, short game, we're dead. The afterlife is about as empty as you'd expect. Little unfortunate. You seem to just not be having a good time over here. Come closer, fear not, for though you are already dead, I still have need of you. Those foolish bishops thought they could keep you from me in death, but instead they sent you straight to me. I will give you life again, but at a price. All I ask is for you to start a cult in my name. Do we have a deal? I mean, I got a yes or a yes. I'm not gonna say absolutely, so we'll go with yes. We're not dead anymore. Sort of. And we are pissed. Now to murder them happily. Breaking a lot of this isn't gonna have a purpose. It's just fun. Yeah, always more murder. Fear not, I am Ratau. I was once a chosen vessel like you, but those days are lost to the wind. I was sent to guide you. We are deep in the lands of the old faith and in grave danger. My instructions are to lead you to safety. Continue through the woods. Escape lies ahead. I will be close by, but not helping at all. This is your problem. Goodbye. Fuck you and your tent. Gold can buy goods and services. What do you know? Yeah, you know, the whole supposed to be helpful part really just doesn't end up actually working out at all. So I guess if we couldn't handle getting out of here, we wouldn't be much use to the one that lies below anyway. Might actually want to go the other way. I feel like that's the way out. Yep. Prizes be this way. Yeah, you get a freebie the first time you would take damage, and they'll give you the tutorial like, hey, dodge, stupid. We're also immune to dying in this section while you learn how to play the game. More money. We have nearly reached safety, but look ahead, another poor soul about to be sacrificed. Rescue them and they will have no choice but to join your new cult. Mighty bishops of the old faith, we ask you to accept the sacrifice of this wretched soul. Hey, you interrupt our ritual and trespasses on sacred ground. Somebody was about to kill you. That's who. Well. So that whole stopping the trespasser thing worked out great for them. Everything is fine. You're being rescued. Please do not resist. There you go. Yeah. I am a wolf in sheep's clothing. We have reached safety. You have done well. The red crown will allow you to use those markings on the ground to transport yourself great distances. Don't ask how I do it, it doesn't matter. It will take you to a temple that has fallen to ruin. There you'll be able to begin your new cult. I'll meet you there. Oof. Almost 4 minutes to get through there, and 33 corpses left behind. Ta-da. We're gonna go ahead and stick with medium, because I have seen bits and pieces of the later parts of the game, and some of it gets pretty brutal even on medium. And I don't feel like putting my head through my desk today. This hallowed ground, which was once mine, is now yours. This crumbling ruin is to be the site of your new cult. You're really bad at your job, aren't you? I just didn't give a shit. Fair enough. We have much to do. We begin by indoctrinating this poor soul into the warm embrace of your cult. Followers can gather resources for you. Order this one to collect lumber or stone. They can use their head, it's fine. Convert me to your teachings. I will follow your teachings faithfully. I won't worry about starting to name people yet. We'll worry about that after the tutorial's over, because I don't want this to get slowed down by all of that. This guy also sucks, so he isn't gonna live long. He will be the demonstration case for how people get murdered. By your hand, our cult grows powerful, but your followers will not live on prayer alone. They must eat. Gather the necessary resources and build a cooking fire that will allow you to prepare meals for your followers. They're kinda useless and too indoctrinated to do anything themselves. Just go ahead and break some rocks, cut some trees, because by the time he cuts down one tree, we'll have deforested the rest of this area. I believe the sparkling trees and such are where we get the most of our resources from. Yes, I know I've broke enough, but I'm gonna break more because I'm gonna need more at some point. Just toss the cook fire over here. I threw it near him because I knew he'd help build it. Your followers need to eat, and it's up to you to provide meals for them. The hunger of your cult can be seen on the top left of the screen. When this gets too low, followers will begin to starve. Well, boo-hoo for them. Find more food while crusading. Pick routes that pass through foraging locations. Plant farms to grow your own food. Seeds can be purchased or found whilst crusading. Yeah, that's a thing. That is definitely a thing with this game, is quite a lot of people end up wanting to eat poo. It's a problem. We will not be encouraging that behavior. I think it's just meant as a joke thing, but it just ends up getting out of hand quite easily. Because unfortunately, your followers will fairly frequently end up shitting on the floor. And I'm willing to bet it also leads to people getting frustrated and saying, you know what, fine, you're gonna shit there, eat there too. Now we must build a shrine, but first we need more followers and more gold. Both of which can be found when crusading through the lands of the Old Faith. Our mutual benefactor, the one who waits, has been trapped by the bishops of the Old Faith. Each of them guards a chain that binds him to the realm beyond. We have conjured openings to their realms. It is your task to track them down and slay them so that he may be freed. Now go. There you shall find gold and willing recruits, and for those who are not willing, convert them by force. What will you be doing? Being old over here in the corner. Ignore me. Expected. Now, there is lots of Twitch integration and such to this game. I forgot to activate it when I was setting the game up. So we won't be worrying about that for this first session here. We can always sort that out in the future. Yeah. They also can handle doing it without it being a problem. So it kind of works itself out. Alright, I'll leave 3 of those and that should be good enough. Magic door. Here godly blood was spilled. Here did death no longer wish to wait. Magic door. Oh. Was making sure the game was properly set. Now that we're in the game proper, we get 3 hearts worth of health. Entering the lands of the Bishop Leshy, those who do not follow the ways of the Old Faith will be destroyed. Now we're playing for keeps. food. Yeah, even the grass has a use as far as I'm aware, so I'm gonna be destroying everything in my path now. Go. I didn't roll there because reflexes didn't kick in time. We'll just leave a trail of devastation in our wake. There we go. Aha! Praise the Lamb, conduit to great power, promised liberator of the one that waits below. So the cards showed me once, many lifetimes ago. Or has that yet to be? I have always drawn your cards, Lamb, and yet this is the first. Take these cards, and I will draw another each time we meet. When drawn by me, they will grant you power. In this case, we have a chance at one more heart of max health, or 10% chance to heal every time we kill. Obviously, 10% chance to heal every time we kill. Your deck decides your fate, but you may find more upon your crusades, and I will draw from them. Look upon it now. You'll note we unlocked more than he showed us. Quite a bit more. I wonder if there's actually even a chance for these other ones to show up when you draw that first hand, or if it's always the same two. Because I got the same two both times, both in the test play and now. I wouldn't be surprised if it is set in stone, so you get a useful one the first time to make sure you don't just get bodied right out the gate. The fates have spoken, but who will listen? Come on, me, I'm just gonna break all your stuff. You cannot argue with the draw. One might as well argue with the ocean. Away with you and your cryptic bullshit. Pre-roll ads have returned. Acquired farm plot sign. Organize your farm with this handy signpost. So what you're saying is I'm never going to use that. Give me your food. We can get more food or more rocks. We've got a decent amount of stone and wood at the base, so I'm gonna go ahead and get more food. And as long as we have food, we can always go get more everything else anyway. So in the end, it's fine. What is this notification I see? Ah, okay. It's fine. Everything is fine. Well, that was a short area. I was too focused on the big one. But we healed anyway, so it's fine. Bleh. Oh no. Wait, you're breaking my resources. Ah. Hi. How can this be? You report to the Blade Lamb, as all of your kind were, and yet here you stand before me unrepentant. The crown, his power, could it be? But I am stronger still. Turn tail and run, little lamb. I'll be refining those voices as we go. Finding the right spot for it. Guess I can't get bones. That's fine. I don't even know if I need grass or any of that. I'm just breaking it because it's breakable and it becomes a resource. This way. Hey! Are we all but pawns in this game of chance? 10% chance for a critical hit or attack rate increase. Let's go ahead and take the attack rate increase. You said that before, so I'm not going to repeat that one. That's where we see all of the stuff we have. That is a pretty good improvement. This way we have less gaps in our attacks. You've come far enough, little lamb. My followers are willing to do anything for me. Can you say the same of yours? I give myself to the cause, O mighty leader. By the blood of the Great Ones, destroy the Red Crown! You've only gotten marginally more hideous. Significantly more annoying, though. Ah, he finally got a hit on me right before he died. Please spare me. Convert me to your cult and I'll follow your teachings faithfully. Whoop. We can get 14 food, 14 lumber, or 6 stone. We picked up a bunch of food on our way here. I'm gonna take the lumber. His 6 stone doesn't seem like a good value for what we did there. That's a lot of money. Ah, looks like I guess we'll have to do this 4 times before we can go through there. Yep, it's locked. Eight minutes, almost as many kills as the last one. Can't just run off. I guess I have to get tutorialized first. I'm relieved you've made it back safely, and you've not returned alone. You've convinced more to join our faithful flock. Let us indoctrinate this new convert so you may continue. So, now that you've gotten the tutorial out of the way, do I have any volunteers to be a part of the cult? Does anyone wish to be sent most likely to their death eventually? They heal faster, and they ignore dissenters when they preach. Pretty convenient. I'll wait a minute or two. We pay in a good afterlife. Just like most religions. As if anyone expected a different answer on that one. Okay. Do you want to be something else, or do you want to keep the weird pustule-ridden monstrosity over here? Because I don't think we have a lot of options yet. But those are all of your head choices. Okay. Welcome, Snork, first of the cult. Go break rocks. Followers, whether they work or worship. Worshipping followers generate devotion for you to collect. But to collect devotion, you require a shrine. Okay. Couldn't put it anywhere else, so we'll just throw it right in the middle. Yeah, once we properly get set up, there will be a lottery for it. As far as names and everything goes. But for now, doing it manually is fine. Praise be, now your followers can worship you. Here is a new follower, assign them to worship at the shrine. Then collect the devotion your followers generate at the shrine to unlock divine inspiration. Well, that's convenient. Do I have any other volunteers? I will take a quick second to deal with a notification or two while I wait to see if there's a volunteer, and then we will move on. They hate getting sick, but they do generate devotion quickly, so that's good. Just cleanse all those notifications so they stop driving me crazy. This is what happens when you end up in piles of discords. You end up with 50 notifications you gotta figure out how to get rid of. But, you know, business is business. No, all that's dealt with, and I do not see a volunteer, so we will just move right along, so we're not here all day. Go, devotion battery, go do work. Collect devotion from your shrine. Once you collect enough, you will unlock divine inspiration. The more followers worshipping at your shrine, the faster they will fill up. If the shrine is full, they will stop worshipping until it's emptied. Once you've collected divine inspiration, unlock new buildings for your cult through the shrine. Get the feeling we're gonna be here for a minute, though. It looks like we only need the one, so there we go. We have our first divine inspiration, which gets us temple. So I can then preach to the masses. That also gains us access to unlocking beds and farm plots, it looks like. Eventually body pits for when all of you start dying. You know, everything's fine. I will do my best. You have a good one, Snork. Thank you for being here. Just need to go get a bit of stone. Goodbye. Smack the rock. Smack the rock. Smack the rock. Where do I want my temple? Go ahead and put it right here next to the entryway. Because the temple's important. So it should be one of the first things new converts see. There we go. The temple is the center of your cult. From there, you will preach sermons to grow stronger and perform rituals to mold the fragile minds of your followers. You're responsible for maintaining the faith of your cult. If it falls too low, your followers will dissent against you and eventually leave. You mean die. No, they will leave. No, they'll leave in a body bag. Your followers are ready to hear your word. Show them that you are their great leader. Preach a sermon from within your temple. Now, first, let me grab that. Have you heard the word? The word that I'm telling you. What that word is, even I don't know. Just listen. Give me everything you have. Strength through the flock. Through the faith of your followers, you grow stronger. Performing sermons will draw power from them and allow you to unlock new abilities, weapons, and curses. Followers with a high loyalty level will generate more devotion. Therefore, the more followers you have and the more loyal they are, the quicker you will gain new abilities. Manage the people reasonably well. Gotcha. And when I say reasonably well, I mean make sure they don't shit everywhere and eat their own shit. I'm not setting a high bar yet. Hearts of the Faithful. Permanently gain half a heart. Okay. I mean, sure, some of you may lose your hearts in the process, but you'll get over it. You don't need them. You only need faith in the Lamb. I'm assuming I'm not gonna be able to get anything else out of y'all right now, so we'll just send you on your way. You are amazing to behold, a natural leader. I see why you were chosen. You can yell at people really good when standing behind a book on a table. If you are to guide your cult, you will need to declare doctrines so that they might obey you. Return to the lands of the old faith and seek out commandment stone fragments. With these, you'll be able to declare new doctrines. You'll just be making shit up anyway, but holding up fancy rocks makes people more likely to believe you. I probably should have said that I was going to get very blasphemous and sacrilegious while doing this. Not that anybody should be surprised. Delicious sacrilege. Oh wow, this rock is going to take forever to break. Let's not and say we did. That looks like a job for my followers to eventually do. I should make more food. I don't know if this stuff spoils. I can't help but notice that there is a 15% chance of making somebody just poop immediately when they eat this, though, which is an inconvenience. There we go. That should keep people fed for a while now that we have more people. Actually, thinking about it, considering how much lumber I have, I need you to do a different job now. You will join in on worshipping. Generate devotion faster. Because the faster I get more divine inspiration, the better off this whole community will be. Because then I can get them farm plots and they'll have infinite food and all that good stuff. And at the rate they're generating right now, I'm going to stick around here till we get that next inspiration. And then we'll go ahead and go get those commandment stones. So I'm going to try to manage this somewhat sensibly, so that we don't have any surprise problems. But I'm sure something's gonna go wrong at some point, regardless of my intentions. If they're all stopping to eat. There's poop. Ow. Unsanitary conditions at your cult will cause your followers to become sick. If a follower becomes sick, assign them to bed rest or they could die. Resting will allow them to slowly recover. They're so committed that they'll work themselves to death. Poop, vomit, and dead bodies will cause illness to spread quickly throughout your cult. Cleaning messes and burying bodies will prevent the spread of illness. Yes, I almost said burning bodies because that would work just as well. I was about to say, don't you all be arguing. I don't need any friction in the cult or I will have to start lopping off heads already. I mean, sorting out dissent. Yes, yes, that's what I meant. Brilliant. Actually, we're doing decently on food. Let's get sleeping bags first. 'Cause I was gonna do farms first, but sleeping bags first is probably smarter. Just as well that I have as much lumber as I do, huh? But we don't have enough gold for everyone to get us a place to sleep yet. So you're just gonna have to share the one bedroll, because apparently bedrolls cost money. Why they cost money, who knows. So I guess off I go to go shake down opposing forces for money. Do the part that I do best, the murdering part. I mean, the crusading and enlightening of the heathens. Yes, yes, that. Ooh. The Apostate's Cleaver. Swing with intent. It is a slower weapon. Not that slow, though. I can get behind that. I'm glad I found you. I bring good news. The one who waits is pleased with your progress and wishes to grant you a crown ability. I mean, I could have done without bleeding from the eyes there, but thank you. Pew! 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 Totally wasn't shooting at the old man for a reason or anything. Enemies you slay will now drop fervor. Collect this to replenish your curses. Fervor is the righteous anger earned by striking down non-believers and works like ammunition for your curses. Fervor will drop when you slay an enemy. Collecting it refuels your curses. Curses, I presume, being my ranged attack, since they did not specifically state that. But it's a safe bet that that is exactly how that works. Okay, there's just enough of a delay on that to be concerned about. Hi, Leshy. So you foolishly persist, little lamb. I hear your lies and smell your fear. The red crown rises again, but what an unworthy bearer it has. There we go. So the game's reminding me that Leshy needs to die, which didn't have to tell me twice on that one. Don't even have to tell me who needs to die. Just tell me you make thing die and I'm already in. But it's a slight adjustment getting used to the attack speed on this axe. Or, I suppose, the lack thereof. power on it is nothing to sneeze at, though. I will say that. It also feels like it has a weirdly short range. Okay, we got a shield heart now, so that's good news. I don't even know if this game calls them that, but that's what I'm gonna call them, because that's what they remind me of. There we go, heal a bit. I figured that the middle path was gonna be the way out. Turns out that one is. So let's go this way first. The cards, the cards, the cards will tell. Damages everything on screen when hit or reveal the map. I mean, that seems like a safe choice. So it is only a single heart, but it is more hearts than we had before. And revealing the map when we've already seen the entire map seems rather pointless, unless it reveals every map, which, still not as important. We could go grab us another follower. Sure. The more bodies we have, the better, and I can keep them fed reasonably. There is a cow. The worm, it is hungry, it feeds. It partakes of our flesh. That is the price for safety. For that we gladly give it all we have. You'll be giving it everything you have. But not the way you thought. The third wave. There we go. Free the cow. It's a good thing there isn't like a morality thing I need to balance here or anything, like setting some of them free rather than indoctrinating all of them. Means all shall join the flock. Yes, all will join. All. Leshy statue. Oh, gimme. I will take the devotion of your followers and make it mine. You're just a chump anyway. I really thought that red barrel was going to explode when I hit it. Not that that stopped me hitting it anyway, but you know. Sometimes an explosive lesson needs to be learned. Aeons ago, these lands were rife with gods and their adherents. What befell this pantheon? Alas, 'tis the nature of beasts to forget and of gods to be forgotten. Mayhap they left, mayhap they slept, mayhap they devoured and were devoured in turn. Those few who remained spread roots, spun webs, molded this world to meet them and theirs. 'Twere a land of many gods once, hundreds now. Well, that happened. Commandment stone, fragments. This one's got an eyeball. Oh, I take all of them. Okay. Da-na-na-na. We got a rock. You found enough fragments to form a commandment stone. Commandment stones are used to declare new doctrines for your cult to follow. Use the altar in your temple to declare a new doctrine whenever you form a new commandment stone. Very good. So I gotta watch out for the poison that enemies drop, but they do give me double gold. Good times. Oh, card time again already. Overall weapon damage increase or enemies drop double fervor. If I was using the curses more prolifically, I would absolutely go for more fervor. But as it stands, I'll go ahead and take the increased damage because that'll sort out the couple enemies that are not dying when I hit them, like they are living on 1 hit point and such. That'll finish that job off and lead to me getting hit less. So I expect them to die and they don't. Oh, there's the sword. It is a level 2 version of the sword. I lose 1.3 damage. No, I think I'll keep the axe since I've gotten used to it now. If I swap, I might throw myself off and cause myself a whole different slew of problems. I just gotta be mindful of the poison puddles. Yes, more health. Give me more leeway to make mistakes. Just breaking everything, so we make sure to bring it all back. That's a lot of money. I am pleased, because that means there'll be beds enough for everyone, and some money left over. Steal some more devotion. And hopefully by the time we get back, there'll be enough devotion from all of my people to finish that inspiration off. Turns out the damage increase was not quite enough. Also, I'm working on figuring out which animations I can cancel and which ones I can't. It looks like most are cancelable, which makes this a much more fast-moving game than I thought, which is a good thing, honestly, because it's gonna need that later. Surprise! Your tent explode. Your tent explode. Quack, quack. There we go. Now, the game recommends using controller. I'm currently using keyboard and mouse for aiming purposes, but it feels like controller would work just fine for this. I just wanted to be better able to aim the curses, since I knew those existed as a ranged option. I just wasn't sure when. Crusader Blade 3. Which seems to be the same stats as the other one? So, what's the benefit of it being the third one? I mean, it's the third one I found. But other than that, I see no justification for this. Turn the little bird into meat. Delicious, delicious meat. What card we getting this time? Double the health when healing, or just straight up more health? I'll go ahead and get double healing. This way the half hearts and such we find will actually count as full ones, but it won't matter because boss fight. Valvar. Why doesn't this one get an intro scene? Oh, look at you with your fireballs. Seems like I don't keep the health that I have after these anyway. So it doesn't much matter if he hits me a couple times. As long as he loses in the end. Get a load of this spiky boy. Join us. Follower form. Yeah, sure, I'll take the follower form. Now we can have rabbits. Money. And a commandment stone fragment. Phenomenal. We did the thing. And we're halfway to Leshy. Hmm. Oh, hello. Very good, my vessel. It seems I chose well when I kept you from death. I will be watching your every move. Do not disappoint me. That's what you called me here for? Tell me what I already assumed? Well done. Good job, big man. Ooh, faith has gotten a little low while I was gone. Divine inspiration. Give me farms. Farmer station. Farmer stations allow followers to water nearby crops. Put seeds here for followers to sow. Okay. That lets you automate the farm, basically. We getting hungry or something? No, they don't seem to be hungry. We'll put some hearty meat broths on the go. Oh, you want something? What? Great leader, the cult is growing by the day. It is time you gave it a name. They will be the Chameleon Council for now. I thought I was originally going to name something else before, so we'll use that as a placeholder till we can discuss another name. Chameleon Council, yes, that has a nice ring to it. Now piss off. Go do your job. Please spare me. Your new name is That Mess. Enjoy. You suck at everything. This is why you don't deserve a real name. Since you... Oh yeah, I've also got you. Convert me to your cult. I will follow your teachings faithfully. You can keep your name. It'll actually be useful. And you generate devotion quickly, so get in on that. Problem is, we now need even more beds. Which the bed situation might be what's pissing people off a bit. That took all my money, but since beds fall apart easily, having a couple spares is probably a good idea. As I say, come along, children. Get these beds sorted out. If these beds don't break before I get other people, that just means the other people get beds immediately, and it works out. We'll do a sermon after he's done working on that bed. And I also wanted to do a poop check anyway. Since who knows where these idiots are gonna end up pooping. Okay, looks like we're good. We're gonna need more food fairly soon. First, we'll do a sermon, then I'll go scoop up a bunch of food with myself for them. Yeah, I can also do my upgrades. Listen well, for your new doctrine comes. guess this is the only one I get, huh? Dance around the flame to increase the cult's faith. Okay. We like fire here. I accept this. Looks like 25 bones and 10 wood. Okay. Now, listen well, for I will tell you the truth of the universe. The truth of the universe is listening to me tell you stupid things. And I now have weapons that can poison my enemies. More than just their minds. There we go. We definitely won't be getting enough energy to do anything else with at this point. Preaching sermons, performing rituals, and providing for the needs of your followers will keep their faith high. The bones of your enemies are required to perform such rituals. Destroy their skeletons to gather their bones. See, I was right to break those, but I just was too early. Return to the lands of the old faith, gather bones from fallen enemies, recruit more followers, and return to perform a ritual here in the temple. Perform rituals in the temple. These usually raise faith or help you solve problems in the cult. Rituals are performed using the bones of your fallen enemies. After slaying a non-believer, desecrate their body to gather their bones, then use them to perform dark rituals at your temple. I can get behind this. How is he going through a floor of brick? You know what? I don't need to know. Yeah, we'll gather whatever food we can, make some meals, and then we'll go back out again. Must be a hell of a concept, this being a volunteer cult. So I could just be tossing people into the pool, but nah. That ain't how I do. Oh, that's all the food I can make, so I'm gonna have to prioritize food on our way. Maybe because there is just nothing to work with. Though we do have another divine inspiration, so hang on. This might lead somewhere good, actually. This can get us the farming bundle. And then I can... Oh no, I don't have any money anymore, though, so I don't think I can actually follow that up with anything. But if we have it now, we don't have to worry about it later. Cult level 2. Upgrade temple and shrine, collect more devotion, and allow more followers to pray. We'll get basic decorations, actual shelters, shrines, tabernacle, prison, lumberyard, stone mine, missionary, summoning circle, and a scarecrow. Yeah, we need money for all of this is the only real problem. You kids just keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna go beat up people again. Gotta go shake down some more cultists for their lunch money. Ooh. Bane Axe 1 or Touch of Terura. Huh. Oh, we take both those because one's the curse, one's our actual weapon. The game heard that I wasn't the biggest fan of the axe, so it gave me an axe again. Oh, I don't like that. Give me your bones. I can't take all those bones that are in the background. That would be very helpful. Eeny, meeny, miny, this way. Ah, okay. I can get behind that. Bad monster. So we got some more bones. I got a little bit of money, but we're gonna need to pick up the pace. Come here, you. Still think we should just eat our enemies, then we don't have to worry about food. Oh, I found the exit already. We got a lantern. Yay. I mean, I just make them with leaves, so I guess I could throw a couple around. On for at night. Wait, no. There was a thing I could eat. Come here, you. You are food. And to think, we went from having plenty of food to no food because we ended up having our numbers blossom so hard. Which is a good thing to a degree, but starving people don't generate anything useful. All starving people do is generate problems. Problems their great leader need to fix. And they need to realize their great leader has better things to do than fix their every problem. Don't they realize I could just kill them with a thought? Probably not. I didn't tell them that part. There we go. Gift from below again. The flock's ready for a summon, but I am very much not available, so you'll just have to talk to yourselves. Actually, I think I can go back to the cult after the first floor, can't I? No, I can't, because there's no exit here. See a bonus follower thing, or whatever this is. I don't really want more followers right now, because our food situation is only going to get worse if I do that, so let's go this way. Beauty is truth. Truth, beauty. That is all you need to know of your heart. So I guess I just pick one thing? Question mark? Yeah, the ambrosia costs money. Everything else seems to be free. That we lived 3 summer days, I could fill my heart with such delight. More than 50 common years. The blueprint's probably gonna just be another decorative thing. Give me the commandment stone fragment. Oh, but to think of beauty is joy forever. And I'm too broke to buy ambrosia. But I also don't really need or want that. Going... Oh, that's not on my path. It just looks like I'm on that path because the lines go close. This is poison pools and money again, I think. But it's the shortest path. Ah. That passes under here. That's not great. Apparently I chose the longest path when I wanted to get back quickly. Well, that one's on me, admittedly. Didn't know. I know now. But, you know. I know, you know, everybody knows. Everybody living there. Before that thing can run off again. Just blast him. All right. Prices. There we go. We got enough bones. We should have enough money for at least a farm setup. Ah, that's why everything's freaking out a little. Hi, Leshy. Oh, you brought your friends this time. So it's true. The Red Crown sits on the brow of another. But how? We did everything we could to... It matters not. We need not bother Shimura with this. Deal with it, brother. As you command, my sister. That is a very interesting voice for a sister to have. Oh. That's the noise they made, so that's the voice I went with. No further questions, Your Honor. I wanted to get them both because it would have looked cool. Sadly, it didn't quite. Money, 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 money. Or in this case, bones, 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 bones. We actually have twice as many bones as we needed now, so that's convenient. This way. Hello. Step forward, beast, from that swirling mist of chaos that surround. Allow me to regard you wholly. You carry the weight of ageless centuries upon such diminutive shoulders. Yet what is this? It seems your stature is deceiving. A weapon is not without the hand that wields, to fell enemies, to defend honor, to break chains. Let your crown take the form of one of these works of iron, forged in everlasting fire. May you wield them well, promised liberator. So we can get a Bane Sword 2, a regular Sword 2, or trade our tentacles for a fireball. Ooh, it could explode. I keep thinking about trading back out to having a sword, but that damage difference just keeps compelling me against it. Because the axe is over 2, right? Yeah, it's 2.4. So it'd be kind of silly to go from 2.4 to 1.3. But the flip side of that is I'm attacking twice as fast, so it basically balances out. Yeah. I speak to my weapons often, though I dare not argue. Only a fool bickers with a sharp blade. When reason is extinguished, there is but one recourse. That is why I must keep the flames of my forge burning. Yeah, I don't know if poison stacks in this game, but if it does, a faster weapon would serve us better as far as that goes. Give me coin. I'm not gonna go get us another follower because of the reasons I already talked about, so we just go this way. And honestly, a bunch of spare wood will be to our benefit anyway. Because I think we still don't have anybody gathering wood, do we? So this will allow us to build the things we're gonna need without having to worry about cutting additional lumber ourselves for a while. And it was a nice quick area. so we don't keep our people waiting too long. Yeah, the other benefit to the faster weapon is we are hitting enemies more often, which should mean we trigger... Oh wait, no, it's when killing, so it doesn't matter. I thought it was when hitting an enemy for some reason, which would be significantly stronger, which makes it make a lot more sense why that isn't true. Well, that's certainly a thing. Oh, I can't kill that, huh? I guess that's just a trap? Okay. Okay, good. It doesn't land one more time. I got hit by the tail end of that fireball because I thought I was clear of it. Oh, hey, we can get our flaming shot anyway. Convenient how that works. Recycle for money. Oh, I accidentally the boss. With only one heart, I might add, so we actually might have a bit of a problem here. That's a lot of spikes. I don't know if there's a way to cancel those. Oh, my lord. This is going to be a slow fight, unfortunately. Just because I'm so near death. Oh, wait. A little bit of healing. I completely didn't account for the fact that his ground spikes as he's traveling would count. And I did it again, because I am a fool. We've been martyred. You shall rise again. Didn't really lose much on that, so that's fine. My first death because I made a foolish mistake. Fear not, for you are my chosen vessel, and death shall not halt you. Shall not allow it, for I still have need of you. Take what you have gathered, build and strengthen the cult. This is how power is gained. Continue on undaunted. Each time you are brought down, you rise again stronger. Yeah, of course, they're gonna be like, haha, he died. That checks out. Thankfully, we still get inspiration. We'll go ahead and get the upgrade because we don't have need of a body pit yet. Just all angrily get up and upgrade the thing. Cult upgraded. Now they're all happy, and then they're mad again. So they're all really fucking grumpy bastards right now. Fucking spider. I mean, it's free meat, so you know what? Spiders are good. We really didn't end up getting the ability to make that much food, unfortunately. Out of that whole endeavor. So we might still be in a bit of trouble about food. Which is a big problem because people are hungry. I presume that a farm isn't going to act instantaneously. That would just be weird. Oh, balls. I placed a few too many farm plots, so I'll have to sow my own seeds for now, but that's okay. Just means we'll place a couple more farm plots instead. One second, Andrew. What do you want? Yeah, this place is gross. If you don't clean this up, someone will get sick. I'm working on it. I assume you'd also like to eat sometime today. What, did you all just collectively come over here to look at the poop and then get upset about it? Ah, you idiots. A lot of you are complete useless idiots. There. Should just hand one of you idiots a broom. Oh, for God's sake. Why did you throw up? Why are you throwing up again? Oh, you're sick. You honor me, great leader. I'm eternally grateful. Nope, you get back here. You go rest. No, he's not actually sick. Okay, he's fine. I saw the sickness symbol over his head, and I thought he was actually sick. The problem was he was right next to the vomit he just put there, so it ended up looking like he was sick. I'll help Snort get this done. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. There we go. Should probably assign one of you idiots to this farm now that I've set this up. There we go, put all that poop to good use. In fact, actually, Jewel... wait, aren't you good at devotion things? That's fine. Go tend to the farms. You are now Farmer Joe. That said, it is time for the ritual. We shall have a grand dance around a bonfire. Burn it. Burn it as an effigy of our enemies. Now it's time for a sermon. See how that pyre was burning? That will be all of you if you misbehave. That is all. Indoctrinating followers is well and good, but there's so much more you can take from them. Give them gifts, complete quests, and perform blessings for them, and you will increase their loyalty to you. Once they're totally loyal to you, they will give up everything they own. Watch as I show you. You, follower, come back in here. Huh? Happy. Follower loyalty. Increase a follower's loyalty, level them up, and they will reward you with devotion and a commandment stone fragment. Each time a follower levels up, they will generate additional devotion when at a sermon or worshipping at the shrine, so be sure to cultivate their loyalty. To increase their loyalty, you can give a follower a blessing once a day when you interact with them. You can also give them gifts, complete quests for them, perform sermons, and many other actions. The more loyal followers you have, the stronger you'll become. I have much to teach you, but I'm old and grow weary. Visit me in my home, and I shall show you how to harness the true power of the Red Crown. Diddling. So everybody's happy again. At least for now. Till they all realize there's no food again, and then that's gonna become a bit of a problem. Which is why I was trying to get the farm sorted out as quick as I could, but unfortunately, such things did not line up completely. Let's go learn about harnessing the power of the Red Crown. Can I take his things? Nope. Oh, I can pick these berries, though, so that'll help. Give me all your food, Ratau. You don't need it. I must thank you. By relieving me of my duties, you've granted me what I desire most. Peace. Now that I've taught you everything you need to know, I can pass my days playing Knucklebones. I have friends on their way to join me for a game or two as we speak, a rowdy bunch to be sure. But now I'm retired, so I'm free to enjoy myself. What about the whole teaching me thing? Just go ahead and take this devotion. I guess I need to visit him in the house, Yep. You have discovered my humble cottage. Be careful you don't make the same mistakes I did, or you'll end up in a place just like this. Or in the ground, because you'll be dead. Now, perhaps a game of Knucklebones? You don't know it? Why, it's simple. Step up to the table and I will show you. First, I'm going to steal whatever this is. Big gift. Your generosity knows no bounds. A gift to raise the loyalty of a follower. Pretty low difficulty from the look of it. Okay. Knucklebones, a dice game of risk and reward. How to play. Your score is calculated by adding all your dice together. When dice of the same number are played in the same column, multiply their value. Destroy your opponent's dice by matching yours to theirs. Okay, easy game then. Let's do this. Ratau rolls first. Got a 1. Hey there, Kathy. So far, it's a very murderous cult, as expected. And now we're playing dice against the one who taught us everything we know. But how you doing? And put that there. Rip. Okay. Yeah, you know, we gotta at least pretend to be wholesome in between the murders. Go ahead and knock his score down there. I'm doing alright. Finished that annoying extermination game I was playing the other day at the start today, so that's a weight off the back of my brain. Never have to think about dealing with that mess anymore. I have regrets about what I've just done there, because all I did was give him points. Knock that off of there. And he just gets another one immediately. And I can't replace any of these with the 5 to get rid of that, so I just screwed myself here. Okay, that's not ideal. Of course. Well, we lost. Only by 2, though, so I understand the game. I just made a couple poor choices, and that threw the round for us. Aha! No one can beat the great Ratau with Knucklebones. Care to play again? You know what? Now that I know what I'm doing, we got this. I suspect I could end up spending the whole day playing Knucklebones. Okay, starting with a 6. I was half expecting him to immediately get a 6 as well and knock ours out. There we go. Means we can't put another 5 in there. Yep, that's what I was expecting. I don't want this 1 at all. Oh well. Guess it's going there. I'm noticing a trend here. Aw, you couldn't have done me a solid and gotten rid of that for me, huh? Thank you. That's fine. Now we're getting somewhere. He didn't knock my 6s out? I think I've seen now why his difficulty is low. He just threw. Like, he is more or less thrown the game at this point, I think. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. 81 to 26. That is so harsh. I am pleased. By the one below, you're a natural. Here, you've earned yourself a prize. Oh, a new tarot card. We got... gain an extra heart. Nice. Now, having destroyed him at his favorite game. Now you've had a taste of the game, care to wager some coin? I stand corrected. I'm staying here because he's going to make me money. Oh, I have no money, though. Damn it. I can't bet right now. I'll be back to take your money later, old man. And thankfully, since we stole all of his crops, we will be able to make food. Oh, the blood moon rises. The seasons change in the lands of the old faith. Celebrate the rise of the blood moon with this special event. Perform a new limited time blood moon ritual to summon the spirits of the dead for 3 days. Find the ghosts of fallen followers and grant them amnesty from this world. Collect horrifying new follower skins and decorations for your cult. What do you want now, Jewel? A cold wind blows, the dead are near, I hear them whispering. Perform a blood moon ritual so that we might see their restless spirits. Yeah, at some point. First, let me get you guys some food so you stop starving. Sounds good, Kathy. Always happy to see you. And thank you, of course. Back here, spider. Spiders are food. Spiders are food. It's not great food, but it's better than no food at all. There we go. That should keep them from getting too hungry while I go get us more. Here I go murdering again. Ooh, different blade. Trader's Razor, a fast blade designed for many cuts. Low damage, but lightning quick. It's not that much lower than the sword, honestly. And Divine Blast. This is my shanking knife. Oh, wow. Okay, short range explosion. Got it. Money and their bones are all mine now. I don't know what we need these camellia seeds for, but I might as well take them. Because they're there and they're free. I rolled just a frame too late on that one. Where you going, spiky boy? Die. Give me all of your money. Religions don't operate for free. Get gift from below nice and early, so I don't need to worry about dying as badly. Hopefully. Maybe. This is definitely more my style, the fast stabby weapon with some lifesteal. Too early. I was going to explode him. There we go. As long as you don't run straight into their spikes, those things aren't so bad. Get all them bones for some nice rituals. I should have blessed some people on my way out, but it's fine. Make statues in my image, because why not? I wonder if they actually care about decorations or if they are just purely decorative. I'll have to figure that out. God, there we go. This leads to food. These, I think, turn money into food, and I'm not really about that. So we'll grab the wood from here, go here, grab the food, fight that, and then go fight the boss. It makes the most sense to me. Because we don't, like, super need the lumber, but this is a nice fast path. And it's also the only way we're getting to the food anyway. Give me all of these berries so I can feed my foolish cult. Because apparently they don't know how to feed themselves. This is what happens when you indoctrinate people too hard. You wipe out their ability to have basic life functions. It's kind of a problem. Do 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 do. It's kind of weird stealing devotion, but I'll take it. Anything that belongs to them will be mine. Bane Dagger 2 and Touch of Terror 2. I'll definitely take the Bane Dagger, because it's basically just better. Because it's the same weapon, but also poisons now. So, why wouldn't I take that? Like, why wouldn't I take a dagger that poisons people? One sec. Deal with this message before it sits too long. Okay. That takes care of that. And when we do our next session of this, I'll actually activate the Twitch integration and everything. I just forgot to do it today, and I can't really be bothered since it's not going to be a super long session today. 'Cause I woke up slightly awkward today. I don't know. Like, I wasn't tired necessarily when I woke up, but just didn't quite feel right when I woke up. I don't have a real good way to put my finger on what's up with me right now. Though I will say I woke up like 3 times in the middle of the night last night, so that probably didn't help. Okay, there's the way to the next floor. Ooh, faster devotion generation. Absolutely on board for that. Let's go back for the other room right quick, since this is the last section. Because this might be another card. Ooh, or a weapon swap. Slightly higher damage dagger. Nah, I will take the flaming shot, though. You have your followers, I have my weapons. One must find comfort and power where they can. This Divine Blast, I don't think is going to help me that much against a boss. I don't think I'm going to want to be close to them whenever I'm not stabbing. And I think it's probably going to be Spike Guy again, since we died to him. Keep stabbing, just keep stabbing, just keep stabbing. There we go. As long as we get to the boss with more than the 1 heart we had when we got there last time, I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. Because we almost killed him even with just the 1 heart. Because, you know, we are only on normal, so... You're just offering me things I don't want here, video game. I'll pick it up just so I can recycle it. Because I can't recycle it on the pedestal, and every coin counts right now. I don't know what this thing's deal is, but it needs to die. There we go. Thank you for the free money. Now, what cards you got to offer me this time? Double healing when healing won't really help us at this point, so we'll take the attack rate increase. Oh my god, look how fast that is. Zing, 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 zing. Nope, one of the beds is broke. I'll deal with that when I get back there. Yep. Barbatos again. Just need to not walk in the spikes every time he appears and we'll be in business. Yeah, he went for poison launch twice, okay. Poison launch 3 times? Okay. Fine by me. Spikes. Now watch, I'm gonna do this without getting hit, and I'm just gonna be happy but annoyed simultaneously. His pattern really isn't very hard. I just kept walking into where he was passing like a fool. Ta-da! Killed him without actually getting hit. God damn it. I am happy and annoyed simultaneously. Get out of here, Spikehead. We have a bunch of seeds. We don't really need the lumber either. I guess I'll take the blueprint. Wooden lanterns. I should have just taken the seeds. Ah, well. And we got a full commandment thing now. So we can actually go get another upgrade once we get out of here. And just one more success, and then we can go beat up Leshy. Ooh. No damage from the boss bonus, 20% on new items. That's actually really cool. Even more stuff. I like that. I like it when my video games give me more things for doing a good thing. Do not make the mistake of becoming the servant of your followers. They're there for you to use to your advantage. Their faith is a resource. Spend it as you would gold, for you can always regain their trust with a well-placed gesture of kindness. Let it empower you. Let it give you license to do unspeakable things. Bend them to your will. I grant you the power to read their feeble little minds. Oh. Well, why didn't you do that sooner? That would have saved so much aggravation trying to figure out what these idiots want. Follower action. You declared a doctrine that has granted you a new follower action. When interacting with followers, this action will now be available to you. Now, reading minds with real people would be in bad taste, but these don't really exist, so reading them is fine. Now, repairing these is actually pretty easy. I don't know why you guys can't just do this yourselves. On the bright side, all of the berries from these bushes should solve the hunger problem. And we'll get these replanted. Well, actually, I can just have my followers take care of replanting once we build the thing. So that'll be an easy fix. No poop. Get the poop out of here. No poops. Let me stand in here for a minute, though. Poop, 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 poop. Just, you know, don't poop these out the second you eat them, okay? Welcome, new guy. You level up quickly, but you hate it when people die. You know what? Understandable. I already have somebody supposed to be tending farms. There's still plenty of wood around here. Go ahead and chop wood. Go ahead and drain the devotion pool dry. I should probably get them proper shelters, but offerings. Oh. I can send people off to do things. I mean, they might die, but profit. Well, we'll worry about that later. What's this do? Now, that's fine. I'm not worried about birds yet. Our farm needs to be more established before I need to be concerned about that. We'll go and get them shelters first. Mostly so I don't have to keep fixing them. And that also gets us basic decorations, which doesn't matter that much, I don't think, but might help. Oh, at least only one of you pooped yourself when you ate. Good for you. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and get us an upgrade. Listen well. Instruct them on liturgies surrounding their daily bread. Reassure them that death is not the end. Give them proffer their labor and love. Teach them the true meaning of obedience. Afterlife. When you die, you're gonna have to still be useful to me. The necessity of sacrifice or the comfort of the afterlife. Belief in sacrifice so they gain extra faith when a cult member is sacrificed. Or they don't care when people die. I'm gonna make them not get upset when people die. Because I feel like them getting very upset when people die can easily lead to a spiral if something goes wrong. You have declared a new doctrine, which imbued your followers with a new trait. This trait will be applied to all members of the cult and will change how their faith is affected by events. There we go. And there's our big book of doctrines. We can also rename the cult at any time. Now, how much does that Blood Moon ritual take? It takes 40 pumpkins that I don't have. Okay. And that's still on cooldown, so we can't redo that yet. Just do a regular sermon then. Remember what I told you about what happens when you die? Try not to die. I would really rather you didn't. Increase the starting level of weapons when you begin a new crusade. Or 3 new curses will appear on your crusades. We'll come back for that later. We'll go ahead and get the better weapons first. Because better weapons will make the crusades faster, and a faster crusade means more profit for us before people start starving. Have faith in the Lamb. Believe that the Lamb is here for you. Even though the Lamb is here for him. What do you want, Valfar? Great leader, when times are tough, we can cook grass meals. Followers won't like it, but it beats starving. Try it now. Sure. I mean, if you want to eat grassy gruel so badly, I'm fine with that. I'll make you some grass to eat. Like, if he wants to be an idiot and eat shitty food. Go eat the thing you wanted. Apparently he was all about it, just because he asked me to do it. Wow, you did it. Truly you are without flaw. I am grateful, great leader. You made me eat grass. I loved it. Well, he's weird, but you know what? At least it worked out. You guys having fun here? I'm gonna read your mind for a second here. Watched a sermon, saw some poop, had a great time dancing, made friends. I don't have outhouses yet, otherwise I would let you do that. So it seems like reading their minds is mostly just so I can check their stats and see if they're offended by anything recently. At least you're all pooping down here. I appreciate that. So how did that... You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. Okay, shelters aren't crazy expensive either. But first and foremost, we need a seed silo to go with the farm over here. It doesn't look like it needs to be in the radius, so we'll go ahead and put it right outside the radius. So we can plant as many farm plots around that as possible. Tring 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 tring. Also, Snork, you've been doing good work without pissing me off, so... First, blessing for you. And now, take this gift. It's a cursed muffin. I would have recommended against eating, but you ate it already, so good luck. And meanwhile, over here... I'm gonna go ahead and give you the gift of this flower necklace, since you are my primary devotion and engine. Now I shall bless you as well. Oh good, if I give a blessing when they're nearby, everybody gets happier. Good. So that should sort them out. And now, more inspiration, so we can make more things. I'm gonna go ahead and make the offering statue first, because I don't know what their offerings will be, but I assume it'll be helpful. This also gets us the tabernacle. Ah, it's a passive worship generator, basically. We need 4 more stone for that, though, so that's not happening yet. Which is okay. I'm basically just gonna fill this zone with farm plots. Get to work, kids. They also ate everything I made already. Which is why I'm making such a massive farm plot. Is these people eat like it's the end of the world if they don't have a massive meal every 5 minutes, apparently. Okay, it's now full of seeds, which means they should take care of that business. In fact, who do I want to have work the farm? Honestly, Snork, you look like a farmer. Your new job will be tending the farm. I was gonna have this guy do it, but he didn't listen when I told him to do it before. He'll be primarily a builder. Get that spider. Get back here. Clean up the poop, catch the spiders. Oh, hello. I got a weird skull spider thing. Guys, what do I do with this? I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna make sure that everybody who joins the cult sees that. Maybe they'll make something of it. Worst case, it'll scare anybody new into behaving. Spider. No, not the seed bank. Spider. This way we can have a spare piece of food kicking around for the first person to get hungry. May as well finish all these for them since they're gonna sleep the night away. Of course, the second I had that idea, they all started waking up and doing their thing. What do you want, Snork? I don't know about all this. If you were a truly great leader, wouldn't this place look nicer? Listen, you smart ass. Fine, you want decorations? I'll give you decorations. Meanwhile, do your goddamn job. I will watch over all of you at all times. And I guess I'll give you some lights as well. There, that should be sufficient decorations to shut up anybody who wants to complain. Yeah, we probably won't be going too awful much longer. I just wanted to make sure we tested this out, see what people think of it, and get us established. I was initially planning on having this be a session where we just wipe out Leshy and move on, but I am tired. Do I have any money? I think I have enough money to do Knucklebones again and actually make money for the cult from that. I'll check that in a moment once we finish building all of these things so Snork is less grumpy about everything. And if anybody's wondering if I purposely built those statues to be staring at the beds to be creepy, to upset everyone as much as they upset me, the answer would be yes. I guess that's a bit better. Listen, you little shit. There we go. Oh god, what do you want? All of this mess has made me sick. If you don't allow me to rest, then I'll surely die. You little bastard. Well, first, I bless thee. I bless thee to stop being sick. You go rest. How did this place get so unsanitary so quickly? This place was fine a minute ago. This is why people make their cult eat poop, isn't it? Because these people just can't stop pooping everywhere. I feel like I'm playing a goddamn Digimon game. Just poop everywhere. Literally, half of them weren't even over here to have pooped here. Where did the poop come from? I will claim my payout and my commandment stone. Thank you. Let's go get our upgrade. No, I can't yet. It looks like we can do another sermon, so let's call everybody together again while we're here. Listen, some of you are getting sick, and I ain't here for that. But you will lay down and get better, damn it. Understood? Dismissed. He is getting better, it's just not gonna be fast. Take care of some of this myself. Because this needs to go quick or people are going to be upset all over again. I'm going to fertilize as much of this as I can as well to make sure that they get maximum value. Okay. I'll let Snork finish his work over there. Unfortunately, we are out of food again. So I'll see if I can rob Radon and again of berries or not once we get this Divine Inspiration turned in. We'll grab missionary. Since there's a chance to get meat from that, that might actually prove helpful as well. And, you know, if people happen to die, then there's less cost as well. Yeah, possess a follower with the spirit of a demon so that they might join you on your next crusade. That does sound useful. Ah, there we go. Now I can spend that. Everybody get back in here. We need to have a chat about things again. Let's talk about food. Y'all are eating too damn much. I mean, I could make them not be hungry for 3 days, or I could just refill their food and make them happy. But I assume a feasting ritual probably costs food. But I'm more inclined to do the feasting ritual anyway, just because it will help make everybody happier, rather than everybody pretending to be happy while they're all starving and pissed off. Just seems like a better idea. Oh no, it just takes bones. We got bones. Fuck it then. Let's have a goddamn party. I don't really need to raise their faith, but they are going to be hungry, so I'm going to make sure they're at full food before I leave. There we go. Entire food bar full. Yeah. Oh, Valfar, what the hell do you want now? Great leader, there are rumors going around that we don't have enough food. Please prove us wrong by making some meals. Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. And unfortunately, those rumors aren't entirely wrong. Okay, he didn't get any new berries. Sad. Let's go rob an old man of his money. You know, ignoring the fact that my cult is going to be starving by the time I'm done with everything. We're gonna go gamble anyway. Okay, he didn't challenge my 5. Interesting. It seems to somewhat be a winning strategy just to challenge their dice frequently. Especially since it'll make them do that, where it clears out dice I didn't actually want. That's upsetting, though. But made room for a better combo instead. Gonna break that. There we go. Even if he rolls a 6, he's not gonna be able to stop that. Especially if I just keep rolling more 6s. Yeah, I'm still winning so far there, buddy. Nope, still winning. I just stay winning. Oh, thank you. You freed me up space for a better one, but you also lost by 10. What a sad day for you. It seems fortune's not on my side. No matter, you played well. Thank you for the free money. So I don't end up forgetting about the food situation and getting into a bad spot. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more run before we stop. And that'll probably get us close to a nice even 4 hours, so it's not too early an end anyway. So it all ends up working out. Yeah, the farm is growing, just not as fast as I would like. It should manage to beat the timer, but better I just go get more food anyway, because we're gonna need a lot. Because apparently this bunch is a lot of voracious eaters. They just do not stop eating. Finally, let us end this. I'll be awaiting you in my temple. Come, witness true power. Whoop. Oh yeah. I guess this is the Leshy fight. Well, that works out better, actually. Ichor Throne 4. And Bane Dagger 4. Very good. Glad I invested in better weapons, because it went from giving us level 1 weapons to level 4s. It's a pretty significant difference, if I do say so myself. Ow. Go ahead and cut all this grass so we can use it for more farm plots and things, because we do have a couple spaces left for farm plots. What do you want? Hapless Leshy, youngest of the 5, 'twas his eyes he lost. Temperamental Hecate, with her throat cut neat, cowardly Calamar's ears torn from his head, and Shamora, once the brightest of the 5, till their skull were split. See no evil, speak not, hear nothing, think none. The one who waits made it so. I mean, seems like they had a pretty good reason for throwing him down into the world beyond then, if they all got screwed up by him. But it depends on if they started the fight or not. Could go either way with that one. Ah, Ichor Throne is a bomb. Okay. Noted. Wheelbarrow of flowers, which need those flowers that we were picking up before. We didn't get our card for this stage yet, though, so we're going to turn around and go get that at the very least. Yeah, that's what I figured. When down to half a heart, all enemies will be dealt 2 damage or just gain an extra heart. Go ahead and give me an extra heart. I'm gonna need it. Considering I lost half my health already, feel like I'm gonna need the crutch on that one. Just give me one quick second to check a thing. Check, 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 check. Okay, very good. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything important around. Well, I did say we wanted food. This isn't going to be a ton of food, unfortunately. I will take some solace, though, in the fact that I do have a solid plan for food. It's just not quite panning out the way I wanted to yet. I apparently somehow found some meat in the grass. I'm gonna guess I killed a thing while I was slicing my way through there. We get a free card. Ooh. Curses consume 75% less fervor, or chance to spawn better chests. I mean, it's glowing and it's really cool. Yeah, I mean, the chests would be nice. but cheap throwing bombs just seems like a thing I want, especially for a boss fight that I don't know what I'm getting into. Another card. Ooh, attack rate increased by 1.5. Yes, please. I'm getting so lucky now. This is ridiculous. Arguably, it would have been better if I'd gotten the damage up instead, but either one will definitely serve pretty well. Hello, fisherman. Alright, kiddo, keep your eyes off me fishies. There ain't enough for both of us. The best fishing can be found at Pilgrim's Passage. Where's that, you say? Let me show you. Fishing would solve our problems. Fishing would definitely solve our problems. See? Now get out of here. Get out of here. I'm taking your stinky fishies. Bye. You really should guard your fish better there, buddy. Away! I'm the hero, haha! Yeah, the only problem we have is we don't have a heal. We're quite good at killing, but we're also quite good at getting killed. Gonna guess Leshy's coming to have a word. Yes, what is it? Your pestilence is beginning to annoy me, little lamb. You may think yourself clever, you may think yourself righteous in your service to him. But you should not be so trusting of the Chained One. Oh well, it's too late for talk. One such as you deserves no absolution. This will not end well for you. Is this all you got? You need to do better than that. That's a little better. Nope, still need to do better than that, though. Thank you for the bones. Needed those. Used up a lot of bones making a feast. You know, on that note, don't ask what the feast was. Well, that was sure a sound. Trader's Razor 7 is tempting. I mean, 5, rather. If it was 7, I would absolutely have just grabbed it straight away. I saw the 1.7 and brain muddled the two together. But it is only a 0.2 damage increase and I lose the poison, so no. Because it is only going up by 1 upgrade. Oh, time for the showdown with Leshy. Now, I guess we gotta mow through some more minions first, huh? Of course. Coward wouldn't face me straight on, would they? Even after all the big talk of us getting no absolution or any of that. Found the bugger that was hiding. There we go. Acquired nature necklace. Beauty's in the eye of the bearer. Follower will harvest bonus resources. We'll give that to Snork when we get back, because that's going to be helpful. Because I assume that'll count for plants, which means we'll get bonus berries, which we're gonna need. Actually, I don't even know if they harvest their own farms now that I think about it. I'm kind of fine with Ichor Shot, honestly. Yeah, because the damage over time from the Ichor on the ground seems to be helpful. And who wouldn't want stacking damage over time against bosses? That just makes sense. Prostate Cleaver 6, Razor 6, Flaming Shot 6. You're making strong arguments here. The fires of my forge have kept alight since the first dawn. Only the final setting of the sun will see it doused. I'm still keeping my poison, though. That might be a mistake, but I feel like the poison will save my life. Bong. Crack open the seal. Let free the door. And let us see what is in store. I grow tired of you, little lamb. Time to put an end to this frivolous masquerade. Now you're living up to your name more. Now you've got bramble spikes too, huh? So far, you're really just very big and very tanky. But as expected, having piles of capacity to throw curses really seems to be a favorable outcome here. Especially with a decently powerful curse. Yes, yes, yell all you want. I'm just gonna keep stabbing you till all your friends figure out how to get to me. This is a great and powerful bishop, huh? I was supposed to be afraid of this guy? I mean, I guess they are the first one, so they would be kind of a tutorial boss. Oh, joke's on you, Leshy. You lose. What? Why aren't you dead? Are you gonna literally Magic Pixel to try to beat me here? Die. I lost health because I thought he was dead. That's not great. But that's the end of that. Give me your heart. It's mine now. You have taken the beating heart of a heretic. The Red Crown can feast upon this heart to unlock new crown abilities. Visit the altar in your temple to unleash the true power of the Red Crown. And there goes that chain. Victory for the lamb. Lamb flag statue. Nom, 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 nom. We got the Darkwood trophy for killing Leshy. Heretics defeated. Also took a lot less time than I thought it would. But we can do some bookkeeping to get it a little closer to 4. Leshy fell before you like a grain of sand before a tidal wave. That's all you had to say about that, huh? This could have been an email. What is a shepherd without a flock? Lost? Poor? Got options. I see the council has been waiting for me. Look, I got a heart. Still beats, too. Isn't that neat? You have a quest completion. Wow, you did it? Truly, you are without flaw. I am grateful, great leader. Oop. Ah, good, we can get a harvest as well. Perfect. That should help move me toward being able to get to the 10 meals made in one go. To satisfy that other follower quest. Because I do want to get this cult into a stable position. Oh, there we go. Everything is harvestable. Beautiful. Beautiful. Give me all of the food. Yeah, Eldril's gonna replant some of that. Perfect. And yeah, the big farm plot is definitely proving to be a good thing, considering we're at like 80 berries now. In fact, we just hit 80. Perfect. Also fix up the beds and all that good stuff. Make sure everybody's in good order. I do feel a little bad starting late and then ending early today, but, you know, just sometimes you ain't all in with it. And I'm not gonna lie, the aggravation with getting through the final fight of extermination definitely did take a bit off of me as well. Which I was worried was gonna happen, but it'll be fine. Why y'all just having a party over there? You better be working. Just make 10. 10 should be enough for all of them to eat. And it'll get the quest done. Apparently everybody was hungry. Well, this should keep the poop contained. If anybody gets the poops from this. Thank you, leader. My faith in you was justified. There we go, get our reward. Oh yeah, we can go visit Pilgrim's Passage before we stop, actually. That'll be a good thing to do, probably. I know I'm going like, oh yeah, I'll just do this before I stop, and then I'll just do this, or I'll just do this. But we all know that that's how it always goes. I always find thing after thing after thing to do. Divine inspiration. We almost have enough for tier 3, where we can start getting some cool things. I don't really need either of those is the problem. So we already have a place to generate food, so there's that. I don't really need a prison yet. I see no purpose in throwing my followers in jail right now since none of them are actually dissenting or anything. Let's go ahead and get the scarecrows so we stop getting birds on the farm plots. As lovely as birds are, I do need them to not be stealing from me. They can come ask like everyone else. The only way to get them all in range is going to be to not have it be... I don't know, because that's not going to have all of them in range either. I'm going to have to remove a farm plot in order to get all of them in range. I don't actually know how to remove things. I mean, I guess I could just make more than one scarecrow. So they are kind of expensive. But for symmetry's sake, I am fine with this. I'll just put one on each side and that'll cover all of it. No, I placed that too far. Cancel that. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. I didn't place it too far. I just didn't put the other farm plots in yet. Good job, brain. Let's go ahead and put those farm plots in so we don't repeat that mistake, shall we? I literally matched the two, and I'm like, oh yeah, I screwed that up. No, I didn't. I am the lamb. I am infallible. I am your leader, damn it. Don't doubt me. I say as I'm just sitting here making a scarecrow instead of doing crazy cult leader things. There we go. That covers the important part. I'm gonna let them worry about the other one while we go get creepy magic abilities by eating somebody's heart. Let's see. We can get resurrection. Once per crusade, eat food to receive a heart that will vary depending on what's eaten. Focus whilst on a crusade to instantly return to base, or receive a diseased heart at the start of every crusade. I'm kind of tempted by omnipresence just because of the amount of times I've had food being an issue, but we should be in a position where it's not a problem anymore, so I'm going to take the hunger instead. So we have a means of healing ourselves. I don't really want to be sacrificing people to revive myself. I don't think we need to win those runs so badly that we need that. You have unlocked a new crown ability. Once a day, eat a meal to receive a shield heart. King's gotta eat too. Speaking of, everybody get over here. We're gonna have a chat. If none of us will eat, that means only I eat. Let it be known, so saith the lamb. Also, vampiric weapons are a good thing. Give them to me. Yeah, that's the ritual we gained over there. Yeah, I still don't have pumpkins game. I don't know why you keep lighting that up like that's gonna be a thing. Yeah, the cult seems to generally be in just good order now. Because I have spare food to make more food with. But, like I said, we'll go check out Pilgrim Passage. Because we're here. Maybe I'll find somebody else to beat at Knucklebones and make more money. A lot of stuff to mine. There he is. Well, look what the tide dragged in. What do you just stand there for? You think I'm gonna fish for you? I ain't one of your mindless alkaloids. But I don't know how to fish. Apparently I do know how to fish. Okay. Eat. Okay, it's Stardew fishing. Come here, you. I got a fish. Apparently I got 3 of them. Not so useless after all. Don't mind me talking out of the top of my head. Listen, perhaps we could help one another. I happen to have caught some extremely valuable treasures in my time. Things that a fish like me, or I mean a fisherman like me, have no use for. But you, well, you look like you like valuable things. Below these waves lurk some of the hardest to catch beasts that ever lived, and I've been trying for years. If you snag them, these treasures are yours. Catch me a crab, a lobster, an octopus, and a squid. Take this as a gesture of good faith between 2 non-fish friends. Tarot card. Enemies have a chance to drop a fish. Huh. Just put fish in everybody's pockets. Okay. Eat. Crab. Wow. Crab was so hard to catch, wasn't it? Oop. That's right, stupid fish. You're just as much of a sucker as my followers. I mean, what? Now it was a chunk of grass. Brilliant. Let's catch one of these big boys. Pair of tuna. That's a damn big tuna. And again, I suppose we are little tiny lamb we can now have fish people. You know what? That just makes sense now, doesn't it? See if we're getting that one that's way out there. Or the ones close in will go all the way back to go get it. Okay, never mind. Yeesh. Here you go, have a crab. Pinch me, is that a crab? This gave me such a fight. I thought I'd hooked a whale. It's yours now. Oh. We got a piece of a thingy. That's part of what gets us a new frock, I do believe. Anything in his house I can steal? Hello. Ah, who dares enter our sacred house of light? Apologies, it's just that this lighthouse is getting dimmer no matter how hard we worship, and the ships keep sinking on the rocks. No ships means no new pilgrims to walk the sacred path. If only our leader was here, she would know what to do. We haven't seen her since, and she went for a walk on the pier late one night. We begged her not to go. We all know of the teeth in the darkness, but she would not listen. Now we have no choice but to pray until the lighthouse is lit once more. All hail the mighty light. I feel like that's not working. Can't imagine why that's not working. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Easy fix for this. Just give me 1 minute. Knock this tree down. Hopefully you guys aren't particularly attached to this tree or anything. Watch, I will perform a miracle for all of you. It's called put firewood in the fire. Gasp, our prayers have been answered. Thank you, O Bright One, for sending this lamb to save us. Now the pilgrims will return to our shores. For restoring the light, we pledge ourselves to you. We are your unworthy servants, mighty lamb. We will pray to you in your great light on this shrine. Please bathe in our adoration. You know what? I can dig it. I'm glad I don't have to feed all of you. We now have the banner of the lamb upon this place. The lamb brought forth the light. Ooh, I can buy follower forms here. Sure, I'll take one hit of the gacha machine. We got the deer. I know at least one person will be happy to see that. Oh, they've got a shop here now too. Oh, great leader in light, what do you know of tarot cards? I cannot use them myself, but I find them often when walking by the sea. Even though they're half drowned or buried in sand, they do not tear or warp. Isn't that odd? Some say the cards reveal fate. I say the cards are 25 each. Interested? Powers bonus resources. Fire projectile when you swing your weapons every 10 seconds. 20 more damage during the day. Drop a friendly bomb when hit. I like all of these things. For now, I'll take the bonus resource card. May the light be your guide. I also want to see if their cards restock, is why I went out of my way to buy one now. Looks like we got a blueprint guy over here for things I don't care about. I had a lover once who went to the sea and never came back. They used to lay flowers by my door. Flowers suit the young and beautiful best. They've no place with me. Please buy them. They only bring sadness now. None of those are flowers, but sure. Sure thing, bud. Just gonna steal all your berries. I don't need them, but you don't either. Away. We did a good thing this day. Mostly good for us. You know, we kept them from having a conniption fit over their lighthouse because they don't understand how wood works. You know, it's almost like this is why we have to be in charge of the world, is because most of the people living in this world are stupid. Really, none of these foods are good for my followers at all, huh? Then again, I guess we're just throwing a dead fish into a bowl of mush and wondering why people are getting sick. I guess that's on me, huh? Well, you know. There we go. One bowl for everybody. Make sure everybody's fed before we sign off for the day. There's some goo somewhere, some poop or some vomit or something. A lot of poop, apparently. Okay, hang on. Just gonna broom the poop, because that clearly will work. Why are you like this? Got here just in time to watch you poop yourself. Okay, so that's all of that sorted out. I no longer have anything to worry about. We are only 6 away from another Divine Inspiration, but that's fine. Saved the game. So, let me quickly poke around, see who is doing what I can find. And while I'm at that, thank you all for taking the time to be here. Apologies for the kind of aggressive tone to the start of today, with me getting aggravated right out the gate. But that was also expected with starting with the end of Extermination, I would fairly safely say. Got some good people up and about right now. But I think this is just gonna be an IGO fall over day. Because as soon as I stopped doing things, I just felt another layer of my energy just drop out of me. Which is not great, but such is the nature of how things can be sometimes. So once again, thank you all for your time. It sure is a choice, and unfortunately you're here just in time for it being over for the day. Yeah, I mean a bit of both on that one. And I was gifted this, so of course I'm going to at least play it for a while. And it's been enjoyable thus far. So, that's good. I just had a bad night last night, so I'm not going long today. It was going to be nowhere because I didn't have an immediate brilliant idea and not enough energy to be going and being people. Is the basic line there. Yep. I should be fine. I just need to not have another night where I get minimal sleep, and then it'll be fine. But with that, thank you all once more. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.